front where it says Ames real big.
Well, hi everyone. It's 3:18 in the morning on Sunday, November 10th, 2024. I'm out here at Highland Crossing, and tonight is the last night for the Amtrak Capitol Limited. The 29 is a westbound train that starts in Washington, D.C. and goes to Chicago, Illinois every day. And the Amtrak 30 is the eastbound train from Chicago to Washington, D.C. It was announced a couple of months back that they would be replacing the Capitol Limited with the new Floridian, which merges the Capitol Limited and the Silver Star trains. And ironically enough, I have filmed the Silver Stars down there in Columbia, South Carolina at the Amtrak station there. So, with this merge of the two different lines, they are creating what's called the Floridian, which will go from Chicago through Cleveland, Pittsburgh, Washington, D.C., down through Virginia, North Carolina, through Columbia, South Carolina, all the way down to Florida to Tampa and Miami. And the other one will be the trip going the opposite direction, and it starts today. But I'm out here at this wee morning hour to get the last Capitol Limited. I did get the one earlier, the 29 going west, and I am here to get the eastbound one. Now, when I got the westbound one, there was a train approaching from the west heading east that was going to block the shot. So I took off to New Galilee to get it, which I did. And then tragedy struck for me. While I was trying to chase after it and head out to Enon Valley, I nailed a crater on the road which blew out my right rear wheel and bent the rim. Thinking I'll just change it out, I find out there's no spare in the back of this car at all. It's one of those things I should have checked when I first got this thing, but never did, so I'm stranded here until my friends wake up in the morning and can help me out. My friend Aaron came to the rescue, but it can only do so much. But I'm not too worried. I will get a tire and wheel. I'll get a donut on in the morning, get a tire and wheel, and we'll be good to go. I'm not going to AAA this car all the way back home just for that, because I'll get charged for that, for the amount of mileage from here to home. But I'm out here having a nice time, and I was able to limp the car back here where I wanted to be, and I'll be happy getting the trains that I wanted to get. Got a few things already tonight, and I've been keeping company with a very special person named Lauren. And, well, stay tuned for that. Anyway, here I am just chilling here, just waiting for the next one to come by. I have got a bunch of Norfolk Southern trains. Nothing too special. Some stuff that had awesome graffiti on it. I even got a white Ninja already tonight. And got to spend some time with my friend Aaron for a little bit before he went back home. And when I'm able to get in touch with people when it gets a little bit later, or should I say daylight probably, I'll be in good hands, so I'm not too worried. Things happen, and learn from mistakes. I'm going to keep a spare in the trunk of this car from now on. There wasn't even any equipment to lift the car up, so I'm kind of really stuck. But no big deal. Could have been worse. I will say that. I'm grateful it was just a rim and tire. Put a new wheel and tire on, good to go. So anyway, I'm not going to blabber anymore. I want to get this video started. So let's start off by catching the Capitol Limited 29 heading west in New Galilee, and then I'll be right back here at Highland Crossing for all of the other trains that I will catch, including a meetup that would happen. There would be a westbound train. It would already be through by a solo leader, and then an eastbound that would come through while the westbound was going through. So stay tuned for that. And I will see you at the end of the video. I know it's a longer one, but it's the Highland Crossing all-nighter, as I call it, because of the last of the two Capitol Limiteds. So enjoy. I'm willing to bet, since this has a solo leader, that we're going to have a DPU on it somewhere. Yeah. Mm-hmm. That engine was screaming. fun little bit of info. We just got 1211 going west, and 1221 is due to come east soon. That'd be cool to catch that in the same night. 1211 and 1221. This is probably 257. It's either 259 or 257. They usually run on the heels of each other, so there will be another westbound intermodal coming. And if it's 259, this thing's massive every night. Rib. That's Solo Kid from Detroit. I'll be heading up that way soon. Lauren knows. I'll be up there soon. We're gonna have a meetup. This westbound intermodal Amtrak 30's coming from the other side. He's on one. Amtrak's gonna get blocked. Oh my gosh. Amtrak will be blocked. Yep, here come the lights. The Last Amtrak Capitol Limited. It's going to come through and be blocked. That's it. That's a wrap for the Capitol Limited. At least I got that. sometimes you just can't win. That happens. But what are the odds that both Capitol Limiteds would get blocked here by other trains tonight? They never are. I mean, it happens once in a blue moon, but it's very, very rare. At least I got the 29 heading west. You could kind of see the 30 coming through, the final one. And I can't even chase after because I'm stuck here with a flat tire and bent wheel. You have that sometimes. At least I'm here. Everything's alright. Things could be worse. But after about 2 hours of no activity on the lines, they send an intermodal west on Main 1 and Amtrak 30 Capitol Limited on Main 2 east, when it's always the other way around. So not sure why that was the way it was. I'm sure there's a reason for it. I'm sure that means something is stopped somewhere else. And we'll be seeing another train here shortly. But, man, I gotta say, I have a lot of good people around me, so I got that going for me. My buddy Aaron came here to try and help me, and I got to talk to some people. Lauren, thank you. And, well, we'll be all right. I'm excited to get the new Floridian that'll be coming through here, but we have to figure out what time that'll be coming through. The first trip, the inaugural trip, is later today on the 10th. So I don't know what time that will be. If I had to take a guess, I wonder if it'll be about the same time, 4 in the morning it comes through here. So who knows? We'll find out. And I'll be excited to get the new Amtrak that'll come through here whenever it does. I know for a fact the one that goes westbound will be here at a completely different time. And for all we know, it could come through here during the daytime now. So I'll be excited to see that. But anyway, we'll catch some more trains and wrap it up for the night. All right, everyone. Well, that'll wrap up this video. That was a long night and day. Stay tuned because I have another video that took place after the rescue squad came and got me. Many thanks, many thanks to my friends Aaron, Chad, and even Eric, who used to work with me, who happened to move up to Darlington and just coincidentally had a full-size spare that fit the bee, because he used to have a Cobalt that he just recently junked. So Eric, thank you. Really appreciate that. And he said I could just have it because he was going to throw it away anyway. So that worked out. But many thanks to Aaron for trying his best to help me, and many thanks to Chad to coming to the rescue and being able to transport me to Eric's place and having the tools on hand so we could get that tire and wheel addressed, and at least the bee's drivable. I got to fix a couple of things on it now, but she's good, and here for the long haul still. But anyway, it was fun catching Amtrak, even though the second one was blocked, catching all the NS trains. And with recent events in my life going on, to see Scrib on a few trains overnight was very nice. Like, it's a sign of things, considering I've connected with Lauren from Detroit area. So I'm excited. And, well, stay tuned for the second video that took place this day. You know, when I had my troubles with the car, I thought that would be it, but then an NS crew had troubles with a train and got one stuck in Highland Cut. They stalled it coming up the grade, and then when rescue engines came to help pull them up, they banged into the train so hard that they broke a knuckle. So, and then the crew outlawed on the original leader. So yeah, I'll talk about that in that video. That was an interesting one, and it took place in the rain, and I stood out in the rain after being there at Highland all night long and early morning, and then I'm out in the rain all afternoon. But stay tuned for that. You're not going to want to miss it. Plus, I want to show off my friend Matt's new book that he just made. So if you want to hook him up and buy a copy, I'll have that in the next video, so stay tuned. But anyway, I'm wrapping up this video. Thanks for watching, everybody. It's nice to be home, dry and warm after all of that. What a Saturday and Sunday that was. But hey, fun times. And it caused me to be able to see my friends out there. So anyway, I'm going to sign off now. Thanks for watching. Take care and stay awesome. I'll see you later, everyone. Bye-bye.